Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. We'll get some sage going here. I just had a very interesting meditation, shall we say, which I like to do before I do a reading. And here's what transpired. So when I'm meditating, sometimes a song will come to me, right? And there was a song that said, "I need you now." Okay. And I'm thinking it's some 80s song, but usually I'll remember what song it is. Like it'll be something I've at least experienced before or heard when I was a kid or, a teenager or whatever, or more recently, but I didn't recognize the song. And so I was like, after meditation, I'll go on YouTube and I'll just look up, songs. Anyway, I found a song. And then after I meditate, I journal, or sometimes I journal first and then I meditate. So in my journal, among other things, after meditation, I wrote, I want to strengthen my relationship with God. I want to rest and trust in God's love, no matter the outcome. Okay. So I go to YouTube and I search for "I Need You Now." And I found this. Let's see. Oops. Too many things. Oh, here. There we go. And these are the lyrics. Actually, the song is "I Need You Now" by a band called Plumb, Plumb. And go look it up. It's a really beautiful song. It's a Christian song. I'd never fucking heard of it in my entire life before. And look, like, I understand, to me, God, universe, Tao, we're all talking about something bigger than us, right? So on the one hand, I don't like to leave out people who are like universe people, like, and on the other hand, though, I don't want to feel like because I use the word God, that then I'm like on some other side. What the fuck is all that about? Anyways, the song goes, this was the part that made me cry. So I just got done crying. Though I walk through the shadows and I am so afraid, please stay right beside me with every single step I take. How many times have you heard me cry out? And how many times have you given me strength? How many times have you heard me cry out, God, please take this? How many times have you given me strength to just keep breathing? Oh, I need you now. Wait, oh, I need you. God, I need you now. I'm glad I didn't cry this time because anyway, but like when we start to develop a relationship, and for me, this is extremely extremely extreme. I remember being in AA and I was talking about my kids and how I miss my kids, and somebody said to me, they were like, believe it or not, God loves your kids more than you do. And believe it or not, God loves you even more than you love your kids. And at the time I was like, fuck you with your God bullshit. So I've been there. I get it. And, this is just where I'm at. But it all comes down to my relationship with the divine, let's call it that, with the goddess, with something bigger than me. And what I want to feel is I want to feel that love no matter what is fucking going on around me, no matter what my walk on earth is looking like at the moment. And there's something about that, like what, there's just something about that. I told a friend of mine today, I was like, I'm great. Like things are hard, but I'm doing them and I'm good with it. Like and this isn't a perfect lesson. We're not perfect at it, but sometimes I want to go home after a hard day and like rest my head in the lap of the divine. And that's what I want to work on the most right now, So anyway, I don't know if that meant anything to you, but let's pull cards. And I don't have my big box of cards over here. And I just had 2 weeks out from surgery. So I don't feel like putting my boot back on and walking all the way over there and getting the other box. So that must mean I'm supposed to use the cards that I've been dealt that are sitting right here. But you really should go listen to that song. Plumb, Plumb. But I've never had that where I've meditated and a song has come up that I've not even heard ever in my life before, right? That was kind of synchronistic. And the fact that the song is about I need you now. And what I wrote in my journal was about wanting to strengthen my relationship with God. Anyway, just fucking mind blowing how this stuff works sometimes. And that's why I love like writing, even if it's not, I don't formally write. I have like this I write on sheets of paper and I stick them in a 3-ring binder. And I do that because I hate journaling where my pen is like on a notebook. I finally got a 3-ring binder. That way I'm like not trying to scribble to get away from the bottom of the page because it's awkward to hold and all that stuff. So where the fuck are we at? Well, internally, 6 of Wands. Acknowledge how far you've come. The war is not over. In this card, the meaning of it is that you're in the thick of something. Wands are fire. That's the spiritual journey. It's the journey of manifestation. It's creativity, passion, like action. We're pursuing something. We're fucking going somewhere. But the point of the card is that a battle has been won, or battles in general have been won. But the knights are holding a parade so that they can boost morale, even though the war continues. So whatever it is that we're marching through, we're going to have to continue marching through it. But have a little parade to acknowledge that like there are things you have accomplished, there are battles that you have won. And this feels very spiritual to me. So I think we're getting weary. And I think we're supposed to get weary because we're supposed to surrender to the fucking surrenderiest surrenderment possible. And that's hard. That's hard. On the external, we got temperance. This is interesting as well. The temperance card. This is staying like even keeled, being temperate, not getting too carried away by anything. I was just talking to my therapist about this week, how I have been like mindful of, I don't want to get, I don't want the lows and the highs to be so much like that. No, I am not bipolar, but like when I get down, I don't want to feel like that's it. That's everything. I'm just down in the down. And then to me, a solution to that felt like, all right, why don't I not be so up on the up? Like when cool things happen, I've been paying close attention to not get super carried away with it. or to be extra excited about stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with that. And while I was talking to her, she was like, well, and it made total fucking sense. I'm figuring out that my emotions, which I know are just energy in motion, like my emotions are one thing and they can go up and down varying on the experience, but there's this constant of me that's just walking in regardless of what the emotions are doing, that I am just constant. And so in this exercise of being aware of my overexcitement, that's what I'm doing with like learning that when I'm down, that doesn't have to take me out either. But I loved how she put that into perspective for me, like that my emotions are separate from me. And I've known this, like they're just passing through, like, oh, okay, I see you. I talk to them sometimes. I'm like, oh, there's some anger. I'm really pissed off right now. Let's watch that move through. I see you, anger. I see you, and I allow you. I allow you to be. I allow you to pass. But you are not me. I'm not the anger. I'm not the excitement. I am like that. Anyway, temperance. And I love too how with the temperance, we're creating balance in this deck. It's a DJ. And so he's taking like two completely whatever different music and putting it together to blend it to make it sound amazing. And that requires for us to be quiet because there are situations combining and blending. And so we've got to observe and listen and know what's right. The temperance card is also in the other deck. I usually use an angel. So that makes me think like we are surrounded by angels and all that. What is in the God spot? Ooh, we got 3. Judgment. And that's God's job. Like the judgment card is in the God spot. So like take your judgment and shove it up your ass because it's not your job. That's outside of your pay grade. Okay. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles knows her worth. She knows her value. It's the feminine. So we're getting the feminine and the child energy. The child energy is where we create and have fun. Like we create things in a childlike manner. With the God card, I'm really talking about the higher perspective, the universe, what is like the outside perspective on what we have going on down here. And with the Queen of Pentacles, we're learning our value, and queens are receptive. So like we're learning to receive. And with the childlike energy, we're learning to create in a playful, more carefree way. So acknowledge how far you've come. You're doing complicating shit. You're alchemizing stuff. You know, you're blending music, and you've got to listen in order to be able to do that. It requires you stepping back a little bit so that you can observe what this sounds like with that, you know, and there might be some scritchy scratches while you figure it out. Work them in, you know, like work in the scritchy scratches. And reserve judgment for, you know, just who fucking needs it, man. Like we don't need it. We let it go, like let it go. And that's always a layers thing. I was talking about play. The call to be more childlike is what this is. It makes me think of, oh yeah, chills. It makes me think of the metaphor I was giving of laying my head in somebody's lap, you know. Remember when you were little? I feel like almost every kid did this, but I would pretend to still be asleep in the car when we got home late at night so that my dad would have to carry me in and put me to bed. like, just pretend you're sleeping for a little bit if like things are heavy and you just need God to sort shit out. Do that. Do that. All right, what do we got here? Okay. Well, that slipped out. We got that the other day. Good night's sleep. Get rest. It's just funny because I was just saying, like, do that now. Pretend you're sleeping. God knows you're sleeping. That's all right. Acceptance. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction except for my hair. Look at, like, trust. The Page of Wands coming out for advice, like, be playful, be really hope you didn't just hear my stomach growl because that was loud. Okay. Do one of these. So we're going to do three. What's coming up next? What are the situations that we're in? To be fair, maybe we're waiting, like maybe we're looking for karmic justice to play out, fairness, something to return to balance. And I want to choose three because we could all be in different situations, but that's this temperance card. And fairly assessing ourselves, but fairly acknowledging the good about us. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. That's never to say, like, give yourself a pass for all, but don't be so, if you tend toward being hard on yourself, don't be. Acknowledge what you've accomplished, acknowledge what you've done. Praise, imagine God praising you, truth be told, we're waiting for things to be revealed, more will be revealed, being honest, being open, knowing that you are worthy of love, no matter what. And the fates, like, we're just, this is things that are fated. We've got to, we have to allow for things to happen. We have to allow for things to unfold. Maybe this is a period of rest. And during this period of rest, it's like, maybe it could be that nothing looks right. And so what I was writing about in my journal and what I've really been carrying with me over the past like week or so has been this, no matter what happens, even if I don't like a fucking thing that's going on around me, I want to concentrate on my relationship with the divine. I want to know that there's more than what I see here. Yeah, maybe that's where you are too. Anyway, if you like this, please like and subscribe. It does kind of inspire me to do more of these when I have subscribers, but like really I'm just doing my thing over here and I do enjoy it. I hope you have a great day on earth. Thank you for stopping by. Peace. Namaste.